Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exclusive match here on Monday Night Raw for the JPG channel. We are joined down here by the European elegance himself, Ludwig Kaiser. He's going to be in action against Dragon Lee, one of the most explosive luchadors we have here on the Monday Night Raw roster. A man that has been touted by legends like Rey Mysterio as the future of not only Lucha Libre, but the entire WWE as a whole. And this is a great opportunity for both Kaiser and Lee to give themselves a little bit of spotlight here on the JPG channel. Kaiser making his way down to the ring, trying to break out from the shadows of the ring general, Gunther. That's what Kaiser's been doing as of late. We haven't seen him in a little while, but the last time we did see him, he was in a tag team match with the Ring General, taking on Cody Rhodes and main event Jey Uso. That was back on Friday Night SmackDown. A lot of things have changed since then, as now Kaiser, as I said, looking to try and carve his own path in the singles division moving forward. And it could all start here tonight with a big win over a superstar like Dragon Lee. Kaiser awaiting the arrival of Dragon Lee, of course, representing the LWO along with the aforementioned Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio, coming down to the ring to support Dragon Lee tonight, to get the best seat in the house at the glimpse of the future of Lucha Libre. We have some incredible luchas here on the JPG channel. This Friday, as a matter of fact, we are being graced with the arrival of one of the greatest luchadors in the world, Bandito, as him and Brody King, now forming the tag team Brodito, will be making their debut in tag team action. That is certainly one thing to look forward to on Friday Night SmackDown. I mean, you think of the names that we have here on the JPG channel. You think of a Penta, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Bandito's in that conversation. Rey Fenix when he returns to action. Just so many great luchadors here in universe mode. Got to give them some time for the spotlight to be on them, and that's exactly what these exclusive matches are all about. Our last exclusive match showcased Ethan Page's. Look at this. Nice Spanish fly by Dragon Lee right into a standing shooter. When I say Ethan Page was able to have a pretty good outing against the Viper, Randy Orton, and honestly did enough for Ethan Page to get himself on an actual episode of Universe Mode and coming up with another victory, this time not very squeaky clean, against Javon Evans, courtesy of the help of Ricky Saints, as I'm sure we'll learn more about that story as it develops. But anyway, we're going to focus in on this exclusive match we have here. Special presentation on the JPG channel. Let's look at this again. Kaiser goes for a clothesline. Dragon Lee able to avert it for a second time with a second Spanish fly. And now Dragon Lee throwing some hard elbows right to the jaw of Kaiser. Now look at this, Dragon Lee in control of Europe's finest, but might have got a little too overzealous there. But Dragon Lee able to grab a hold of Kaiser and send him crashing to the floor with a big suplex. A big suplex takes out Kaiser. As now Dragon Lee gets back into the ring to break the referee's count. So important for Dragon Lee to get the job done the clean, old-fashioned way right here. It's the best way to get yourself some special additional attention. As now Dragon Lee, like I said, still remains in control of this thing, but Kaiser, a big kick to the face, might turn this thing right around with a huge lariat just like that. As now Ludwig Kaiser going off the rope, showing a little lucha aspects of his own there with a huge vaulting splash over the top rope. And now Kaiser, for the second time, taken to the ropes. Maybe he feels like he wants to beat Dragon Lee at his own game, and that would be the high-risk district. As now, look at this. Goes 3 times. Definitely got a little too overzealous. Dipping his feet too much into the pool of Lucha Libre that time was Ludwig Kaiser. And Dragon Lee looks to make him pay for it. Look out. Big soccer ball kick right to the face. And now Dragon Lee is rocking and rolling in this thing as Kaiser is not going to get dropped right on his head with a brainbuster. Brainbuster connects, goes for the cover, does Dragon Lee. Referee Charles Robinson in perfect position that time, but still only a 1 count. Now Dragon Lee just kind of buying his time, thinking about what the next move will be, and it looks like it's going to be a Hurricane Run off the top rope. A Hurricane Run off the top rope, but Kaiser kicks out at 1. As I look at this, Dragon Lee sending Kaiser over the ropes, big back body drop. And look at the power of Dragon Lee muscling him up for a deadlift backdrop driver. That is certainly unique. Do not see that out of every competitor here on Monday Night Raw. Really, any competitor have I ever seen a move quite like that. As now Dragon Lee sends Kaiser into the ropes again. Gets outsmarted by a very intelligent individual in Ludwig Kaiser. As now Rey Mysterio having some war of words with Kaiser, and Dragon Lee went for an elbow, but Kaiser able to reverse it. And now look at this, Dragon Lee over the ropes with a vaulting Hurricane Rana, and he's not done there just yet. Tilt-a-whirl, sit-out powerbomb. Dragon Lee is really showing out for the highlights tonight as Kaiser gets the shoulder out at 2. And now Lee sending Kaiser into the turnbuckle for a 3rd time, and a 3rd time that Kaiser is able to sidestep it. And now Ludwig Kaiser, just sending Dragon Lee crashing down to the mat on the outside. As now Rey Mysterio, like I said, had a bit of words with Kaiser early on, but choosing to give him and Dragon Lee the match to themselves, not getting involved. And now Dragon Lee with a big super kick right to the face of Kaiser. Again, going in to try and break this count, I believe, is Dragon Lee. Or he's looking to take to the skies. Now, again, just breaking the count that time. And now Dragon Lee has a hold of Kaiser, but Kaiser's fighting him off. Throwing some sharp elbows right into the midsection. But got a little bit of that super kick to fall. Dragon Lee now set up on that apron, calling Kaiser up to his feet. What has he got planned? Look out, a big knee strike coming off the apron. And Dragon Lee once again breaking the referee's count. Like I said, it's just so detrimental that he gets a pinfall victory, if anything, in this match. You know, that's more newsworthy than saying Dragon Lee won by countout or you know, a no fall contest. Is now Dragon Lee targeting the knee of Kaiser. Trying to drag Kaiser over to the ropes here. What does Dragon Lee have planned? This has been a showcase for Dragon Lee, and this match slides through the legs. Beautiful Hurricane Rana. I would say Dragon Lee has been able to catch Kaiser off guard for the majority of this match, as a matter of fact. As now Dragon Lee goes on the top rope. Big splash. Big splash to Kaiser. The damage certainly could be done at this point against Kaiser. But Dragon Lee still has a little bit left in the tank to showcase, it looks like. As now, once again, he sends Kaiser, to the floor with a sharp elbow. And now, shot out of a cannon. Oh, my God. But a European-style uppercut from a European himself stops Dragon Lee dead in his tracks. And now Kaiser going top rope. Again, look out. A big blockbuster off the top rope. I have to credit Kaiser from getting out of his wheelhouse in this match, getting out of his comfort zone, if you will, and taking to the skies as much times as he has. A few times it has been his downfall, but sometimes it has been rewarding at the same time, as now Dragon Lee taking to the ropes, going to show him how it's done with the suicide dive. A suicide dive connects to Ludwig Kaiser. And now Ludwig able to reverse Dragon Lee's attempt to get him back into the ring. Kaiser going right back on the attack with the German suplex, deadlift German suplex at that. As now Dragon Lee could be in for a world of trouble. Kaiser is taking a moment to bask in his own arrogance here. As look out, Kaiser drops the knee right to the face. Knee right to the face of Dragon Lee. And now Kaiser's calling for the end here. Dragon Lee could be in a world of trouble, but look out here. Big drop kick from Lee. Dragon Lee's been able to maintain a pretty decent showing in this one. As now Lee for the third and fourth time now trying to go for something in that corner, but might have caught Kaiser off guard because look out. Oh my goodness. A Mexican destroyer out of the corner. And now Dragon Lee, look out. Operation Dragon to Ludwig Kaiser. 1, 2, 3. What a performance from Dragon Lee in this one. Congratulations to Dragon Lee is in store. Tremendous showcase of what he can do in that ring, and I am looking forward to seeing what the future holds for this young prospect.